You versus you, conquering the inner war for your academic victory. There is a quiet battlefield that no one can see, not your teachers, not your parents, not your friends, and not the people who cheer you on or those who doubt you. It is a battlefield without drums, without applause, without referees. It is a battlefield inside the heart and mind of every student, every teacher, every leader, and indeed, every human being. It is the war between who you are and who you are capable of becoming, between comfort and growth, excuses and responsibility, weakness and strength. This is the inner war, the daily struggle that shapes destinies long before the world ever hears your name. Many people grow up believing that the biggest battles they will face in life will come from the outside, from competition, from poverty, from difficult teachers, from strict parents, from a challenging system, or from people who do not believe in them. But the truth, as echoed through time, is simple. The greatest battle you will ever fight is the one fought within your own mind. As the English proverb reminds us, you are your own worst enemy. Before life defeats anyone, they first defeat themselves. Before the world closes a door, the inner voice usually whispers, "I am not ready, I am not capable," or "I will start tomorrow." Every student listening to this has two versions of themselves living within. One version is familiar, comfortable, predictable, and easy. This is the old you, the one that wants 5 more minutes of sleep, the one that wants to procrastinate, the one that enjoys scrolling endlessly through social media, the one that says, "I will study later," the one that fears change, and the one that wants pleasure now instead of progress later. The second version is the new you, the disciplined, focused, courageous, and determined version that is waiting to be activated. This new you is not louder than the old you. It is simply wiser, quieter, and more intentional. It speaks in subtle but powerful whispers. Start now, do the work, stay focused, be excellent, you promised yourself. This video is crafted for students at all levels, for parents raising students, for teachers guiding them, for school management teams shaping environments of learning, and for communities that want to raise intelligent, confident, and responsible young people. Our channel is committed to producing content that addresses real issues that affect learning, growth, discipline, and personal success. So as you watch, remember, you are in the right place, and this message may be the turning point you have been waiting for. But before we go deeper, kindly remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Someone out there, another student, a parent, or a teacher, needs this message. Your one action may be the reason someone starts winning their inner battles today. The real battlefield. The real battlefield is not your classroom, your exam hall, your home, or your community. It is the conversation inside your head. Successful students are not necessarily the smartest, the most talented, or the most privileged. Research from the American Psychological Association reports that self-discipline is a stronger predictor of academic performance than IQ. This means that the war is not about intelligence, it is about inner mastery. Every day, without fail, you will wake up to two internal voices. One will say, "Relax, stay in bed, life is long, you have time." The other will say, "Rise, take responsibility, shape your future." One voice wants comfort, the other wants growth. One wants to maintain your present reality, the other wants to build your tomorrow. This conflict is universal. Even great thinkers recognized it. As Aristotle once said, "We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, therefore, is not an act but a habit." In that short sentence lies the entire philosophy of the inner war. Your repeated choices, not your dreams, not your wishes, not your background, decide your future. The Bible says in Proverbs 25:28, "A person without self-control is like a city broken into and left without walls." This means that without mastery of the inner self, anyone can steal your destiny, fear, doubt, laziness, distraction, and regret. The old you and the new you are constantly wrestling for control. You must choose which one wins daily. The opponents, the old you vs the new you. Imagine waking up tomorrow. Before your feet touch the floor, the battle has already started. The old you says, 5 more minutes. The new you says, "Get up, it is time to grow." The old you says, "Let me check my phone first." The new you says, "Begin with purpose." The old you says, "It is too hard." The new you says, "Hard things build strong people." These two versions are not imaginary. They are psychological realities. According to behavioral science, about 45% of our daily actions are habits, not decisions. This means that the version of you that has the strongest habits wins the war. The old you wants comfort, convenience, instant pleasure, avoidance of challenge, excuses. The new you wants discipline, progress, focus, long-term success, growth. And here is the truth that few people tell students. The old you never disappears. You will never reach a point in life where you no longer hear the whisper of excuses. Great students hear excuses but refuse to obey them. Weak students obey excuses and then wonder why life seems unfair. The inner war is not won by intelligence but by choices, not by desire but by discipline, not by talent but by tenacity. The battle happens quietly in small decisions when no one is watching. The inner conversation, a private war with public consequences. Every student knows this dialogue. I should study. I don't feel like it. I should wake up early. I am too tired. I should finish my assignment. I can do it later. This is the war. The confusion is not about what to do. The confusion is about which voice to obey. The voice of excuses often sounds convincing because it speaks the language of comfort. The voice of discipline sounds demanding because it speaks the language of growth. The old you uses emotions. The new you uses intentions. The old you wants relief. The new you wants results. The old you wants to feel good now. The new you wants you to become good later. This is where maturity begins, when you learn to choose what is right over what is easy. Identity, the root of all change. Real transformation does not begin with habits, it begins with identity. If you see yourself as a lazy person, no amount of motivation will keep you consistent. If you see yourself as a disciplined person, no amount of temptation can make you quit easily. Identity shapes behavior, behavior shapes habits, habits shape destiny. This is why the Bible says in Romans 12:2, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Change begins with how you see yourself. Tell yourself, I am disciplined. I am focused. I am committed. I am becoming the better version of myself. Once identity changes, discipline becomes natural. Once you adopt a stronger identity, you stop negotiating with excuses. Once your mind shifts, your life shifts. Winning the morning, the first and greatest victory. The most difficult part of your day is often the first 10 minutes after you wake up. This is when the old you tries to win, but winning the morning sets the tone for the entire day. One simple action in the morning can break the power of the old self. Getting up immediately, making your bed, drinking water, reading one page, doing a short stretch, reviewing your goals. These are not just actions, they are declarations of leadership over yourself. There was once a young student named Thomas, intelligent but inconsistent. Every morning he lost the battle to comfort, until one day he realized something powerful. His future self was being held hostage by his present self. That revelation changed everything. He decided that every morning he would win one small battle. He rose early, read something meaningful, planned his day, and did a quick exercise. In 1 week, Thomas felt a spark. In 1 month, he felt momentum. In 1 year, he became unrecognizable, not because he was gifted, but because he was consistent. His story is a reminder that small victories compound into massive transformations. A brief midpoint reminder. If you are still with me, it means this message is speaking to your heart. So please take a moment to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Your engagement helps us continue producing impactful content for students, parents, teachers, school leaders, and entire communities that care about effective learning and personal growth. The compound effect, small CHOICS, big DSTINIS. Success does not come from one big decision. It comes from 1,000 small decisions made consistently. One day of discipline changes little, but 1 year of discipline changes everything. Just like a seed planted today does not become a tree tomorrow, your disciplined actions take time to reveal their greatness, but they will reveal it without exception. The African proverb teaches, little by little, the bird builds its nest. It is the accumulation of small actions that create lasting excellence. When you choose discipline today, you are not just doing a task, you are casting a vote for the person you want to become. Every study session, every early morning, every assignment completed on time, every distraction ignored, these are victories in the inner war. The future belongs to the self-mastery. When you conquer yourself, you think clearly, you plan wisely, you act consistently, you grow rapidly, you outgrow your fears, you develop confidence, you inspire others. Leadership is not about leading others first, it is about leading yourself. You cannot lead a classroom, a family, a team, a business, or a nation until you have first mastered the person in the mirror. This is why self-leadership is the foundation of all achievement. A student who can govern their emotions, choices, and habits can govern anything. A teacher who has mastered themselves can inspire generations. A parent who has conquered their inner conflict can raise disciplined children. A school leader who manages their inner life can build environments where excellence is natural, not forced. The 5 actions for self-conquest. To conquer yourself and build the new you, you must embrace these 5 pillars. 1. Consistency over motivation. Motivation is a mood, consistency is a decision. Motivation comes and goes, discipline stays. Motivation is short-term, consistency is destiny. 2. Obedience to principles, not emotions. Emotions lie. Principles do not. You must act based on what you committed to, not how you feel at the moment. 3. Embrace discomfort. Growth and comfort never coexist. Every major breakthrough lies on the other side of discomfort. Ask professional athletes, ask academic champions, ask anyone great. The path is narrow, uncomfortable, and demanding. 4. Celebrate small wins. Small victories build confidence. They accumulate and transform your identity. Reward yourself for progress, even if it seems minor. 5. Lead yourself first. Self-leadership is the highest form of leadership. If you can master yourself, you can master anything life throws at you. The final call, choose who you will become. Your dreams are valid. Your goals are achievable. Your potential is real. But none of it will matter if the old you remains in control. Success is not a miracle, it is a consequence. It is the result of the version of yourself you choose daily. Today, at this very moment, you must decide. Will you remain loyal to comfort or committed to growth? Will you obey your fears or honor your future? Will you choose excuses or excellence? Will you stay the same or rise into the new you? The future belongs to the students who conquer themselves first, to the teachers who master their identity, to the parents who lead their homes with discipline and love, to the school leaders who choose integrity, consistency, and vision, to communities that nurture responsibility and personal growth. May you rise. May you evolve. May you conquer the old you. May you embrace the new you. And may your inner war become your greatest victory. Go forth and build the future that your disciplined self is capable of achieving.